Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of information about Thousand Trails parks being closed, state parks, hotels, whatever the case may be. This has been on YouTube, this has been on the internet, and a lot of this information just isn't correct. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to get the correct information and what is the best way to go about this, because some of the stuff that's being told just is not true. All right, guys, here we go. Okay guys, so I'm going to start with Thousand Trails and camping because that's what I do full time. And one of the few things that I've heard is that Thousand Trails is going to shut down all their parks till the end of the year. They're waiting for everything to get to stage 5 before they reopen anything. The first thing I'm going to say is this is just not true. We actually moved from one Thousand Trails park yesterday to another one. So right now I'm currently in a new one. This is our first full day here. So they are obviously open. We are in the southeast region, but we are getting ready to go to the northeast region, and those parks are open as well. I will go out and say I did have one cancellation, and that was in the New Jersey area, which is a hot zone right now, so I understand that, you know, and they're looking out for the safety of their staff as well as the safety of the people there camping, so I fully get that. But you know, there's a lot of stuff going around saying that all the parks are going to be closed, and that is just not the case. They are still letting people in. I know people who are traveling all over, but again, I don't want you to take my word for this. What I want you to do is call the ranger station, and anytime you work with that Thousand Trails, never call the Florida number, never call the reservations number. Those people half the time don't know what they're talking about, and they definitely don't know what's going on in other states or other Thousand Trails. When it comes to this COVID-19 stuff, this stuff is not only by the state, but a lot of times it's by the counties within the state. So it does get down to that level. So the best way to do this is to call those parks directly. And for example, with Thousand Trails, you're going to see a ranger station number on their webpage for each Thousand Trails park. That is the number that you need to call it, and I'm going to suggest calling that number anytime you're doing a Thousand Trails reservation. I don't care what the situation is, and I apologize for the little bit of wind you might hear right here. But with that being said, you know, that is the best way to break down Thousand Trails. Call those ranger stations, and I will throw in a little picture here of what I'm talking about on their websites with the ranger's number. I'll show it on all my campground reviews, but I'll show it here as well. And that's the number you want to call. I will highlight it on the screen. Never call the Florida number. That's the biggest thing I'm going to tell you, because really it just sucks. Never call the Florida number. But going on into other stuff, you know, you got your state campgrounds, your state park. On these, you know, never take people's word for it. Never believe exactly what you hear on YouTube, and that's why I'm not going to give you direct, you know, hey, these states are open, these states, I don't know, and nobody does. And for people to be bringing out stuff saying that everything's going to be shut down, that's just unrealistic, and nobody really has all the information. And it does vary across the whole country, really across the whole world, on how every place is handling this stuff. So with that said, you know, if you're going into a state campground or whatever, again, call that ranger station, talk to those people directly. That also goes for hotels, that goes for not just on travel, that goes for car rentals or anything like that. Just call those places directly, talk to them, and that's where you need to get your information from. You know, I see all this stuff coming out, and I hate people giving out bad information, and especially, you know, I mean, a lot of people listen to a lot of these other people, and then, you know, it gets them upset, it ruins their trips. And I will say I've done that as well. I actually got some bad information watching a YouTube video, and I took it at its word, and I shared that with a few people, and it turned out not to be true, hence the reason for some of this video. You know, I got really frustrated with that. But that's the other thing I want to tell people. Don't put out information you don't know about. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. You know, don't try to put out a clickbait video to come up with that. And, you know, I hate to sound kind of edgy, but I messed up and I got frustrated by it because, I kind of got, I ain't gonna say I got caught in it, but I never got called out for it. But I knew the information that I shared based on what I saw was incorrect, and so I went back and actually admitted, you know, hey, I was wrong. This is what, you know, this is what is going on, so you should be able to go. But so that's why I wanted to do this video. But my advice to everybody is just call ahead, do your due diligence, don't listen to what anybody else says, do your own thing, but call these places directly and you will have your answer. Like I say, we traveled down, we left a Thousand Trails park in Virginia yesterday. We're now staying at another Thousand Trails park in Virginia with no problems. We've got plans for actually going to a different state in 2 weeks, no problems there. The only one, like I said, the only one that happened was we got canceled was in New Jersey, and again, that's the hotbed, so I fully understand that. Our plans are still good. We're going all the way to Maine. We're coming back to Pennsylvania for the Hershey show. So I don't know, that hit me really wrong when I see a lot of this information coming out that's just incorrect. And I'm really hitting hard on the Thousand Trails because that's where I kind of gave out some bad information at. And again, I wasn't on a video, it was just talking to some fellow campers, but you know, I had to go back and correct that, and so hence this. But there, you know, with that said, that's the correct way to do this. That's the correct way to keep you safe, to keep your family safe. If you're not safe going somewhere, there again, I'll advise you, don't go somewhere. If you're not comfortable with it, if the situation doesn't seem right, even if it is open, don't do it, you know. But let that be your personal decision. Don't let the stuff that other people are saying around here influence you. So with that, yeah, I just wanted to get this video out. I wanted to stress that, you know, I'm not calling anybody out in particular. You know, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's like I say, it's on the internet, it's on YouTube, it's all over the place. But do your due diligence and know for yourself what you want to do, and that is the best way to set up your travels, to set up your future trips, and to know that you're going to be able to arrive there, get in, and be able to do whatever you need to do. Whether, like I say, whether that's a hotel, that's an airplane, that's camping, it doesn't matter what it is. It's the same across all spectrums. If you do your due diligence and call ahead, you're going to be good to go. All right, guys, with that, I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for hearing me vent a little bit, and we will see you all in a video in another couple of days. Thank you.